Thank you for joining me and welcome to this special pick a card. Today we're going to do love messages from Spirit. I have 3 piles, 1, 2, and 3, and we are going to take a look at what the message is that Spirit wants you to know about love. It doesn't matter if you're a couple or if you are single. These messages will resonate for you regarding your love life. This can resonate also if you are interested in like platonic love relationships, or if you are not necessarily interested in a relationship, then it will be a general love message from Spirit for you. So I hope this helps. At the end of the video, you can go in the About section. I will do 3 videos on Vimeo in the Pick a Card playlist. So that is a playlist in which I have 10 videos, or I will have 10 videos that you can rent and get more information on the message you hear here. You hear here today. that was a tongue twister. So that love message and that playlist will become more full. So if you get the buy all option, which is the best deal, then as I add more videos, you will have access to them. They will all be pick a card or timeless question extended, okay? So that's all I have to say. Let me know if you chose one. Let's just begin right away. I chose a lot of cards for you guys today, so let's see what you get. Okay, so I wanted to start with the Thoth card. So your Thoth card is the 5 of Swords. There's been an argument and some kind of disagreement. Let's pick 2 angel cards. So one is celebration, this argument, and one person had an awakening. Oh no, okay. So this to me sounds like maybe one person has been taking it easy while the other person has, sorry about the glare, one person has been taking it easy, celebrating, having a good old time, while the other person is sitting there and going, oh my goodness, I never understood this situation, or I never understood the significance of what's going on around me. And so there's this kind of eye-opening experience that one of you have had while the other person is not taking things very seriously, and so that is causing friction in your relationship. The next card is Rainbow DNA. So this is assuring that there will be ultimately a good outcome. Now, a good outcome means in a bigger perspective, not necessarily just in this immediate situation. If the best outcome for all will happen, and as you optimize your choices, as you choose the best route to solve whatever it is that you are up against. Okay, let's look at some oracle cards before we look at the tarot. So here is your love oracle. So you have reflection, lots of thinking going on in this relationship, lots of going back and forth about whether or not this is the right situation for you. This is trust your vibes cards. Fake it till you make it. I feel like you can solve this relationship. This relationship may have a lot to do with immaturity, or may have a lot to do with people not really knowing how to behave, or they're making choices that are in some way maybe immature. They're kind of getting away with themselves. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So I feel as though it's a good thing that you or the other person has had the awakening. I'm guessing you are the one who's had the awakening because you're the one who's searching in videos for answers, while the other person has their eye in the sky and just having fun. I feel as though there is a harmony between you and this other person. And as much as they need to buckle down and focus a little bit as well, so you have to let go of control issues and trying to get this person to be on the same page as you immediately. They have to come to their own conclusions on their own time. Okay, I feel as though you may have to bite your lip a little bit and allow them the process of learning, or they may have to do that with you. So if you're the person who's ignoring the facts, then I feel like they have to do that for you a little bit and let you live. So fake it till you make it, I feel, really makes an important statement here. There's 2 advice cards already. Let go of control issues and fake it till you make it, which means that you don't have to nitpick every single issue. It doesn't mean that you have to focus on every single transgression. It's all a part of a bigger phase of learning. And so let go of control issues, embrace your future, trust that the outcome will be solid and good. So here are 3 tarot cards from the Art of Love Tarot. So you have the 8 of Angels. Yeah, there's confusion about what to do in the situation at this time. And then we have the 2 of Hearts. See, I told you, you guys love each other. This is the Union card. And the next card is the 4 of Hearts. And I don't like this word. It's called depression. For me, the 4 of Hearts means that there's going to be some kind of gesture that comes out in this situation. So at some point, somebody will break through all the back and forth, all the confusion, and they will make an effort to improve the circumstances. And I don't think it's the person who's had the awakening. The person who's had the awakening is standing to the side saying, I know already, you know, like, come on, hurry up, because the train is leaving the station, you know. And I feel like the awakening is exhilarating. Whoever's had the awakening, it's like exhilarating. They're excited. They see all the prospects that their life can progress to, and it's really hard to hold yourself back. You feel like you're being punished. Whoever's had this, you feel like you're being punished because finally you understand something so important, and the people around you, or this person around you, is not catching on. This could also be that you have a friend-based relationship. This also looks a lot like you have, in a certain way, been in friend zone with a friend. Not you, not them, just mutually you've been friends, and you had the awareness. You were like, oh crap, this is my soulmate, or this is the person I'm meant to be with. And so that is just ravaging your heart, and they're completely oblivious, and you're like, geez, figure out that we have the perfect combination of DNA. We have the perfect alignment with one another. We have the perfect the love here is so genuine and true. Maybe I'm picking up that maybe you've gone through some kind of difficult situation, and in some way that difficult situation brought you to the awareness, brought you to understanding who's who and what's what. And the confusing part right now is that you are trying to figure out exactly how to go about it, or what to do with this new information that you have. So maybe in some way you've had this kind of difficult moment yourself. This defeat card here, I didn't show it to you closely. I assume that people know this deck because it's one of the older ones. It's been around since the 50s, I think, or the 60s. It's a beautiful deck, but I just assume it's like the Rider-Waite. It's like, yeah, you know it, there you go. But a lot of people don't know this deck. So this is the 5 of Swords, and it's called defeat, but it actually means the fear of defeat. So it's like, and that in itself becomes defeat because then that solicits inaction, right? So if you're afraid of something, you don't do it. So I feel like maybe there's you face something, or the person who's had the awakening has faced something, and it's really opened up their eyes, and I think that they've changed as a person, and now they've figured out where their heart is. They figured out that it's with that other person, but that other person is still celebrating. They don't get it. So I hope you guys figure this out. I'm going to do more on this on Vimeo, so check me out there. It'll take me probably an hour after the video is posted in order to do that. So yeah, just hold on tight if you're just rearing to go. Let me know how you like these videos, these maybe more simple to direct pick a cards. I'm happy to do them for you guys. So this is pile 1. I'll put this up on Vimeo in a little bit. For those of you guys who chose one, please take the time to comment and like the video. It's good karma for you. It's good analytics for me. I hope you guys have a nice day. And by the way, if you want to choose 2 or 3 for another person, go right ahead. Allow these messages to come through for you in any way that you need them to, okay? So now we're going to do number 2, and if anybody wants to do time caps, you are greatly encouraged to. So many cards today. Okay. Cool. I really like these ones. These are called the vibes don't lie, and I didn't think they would show up well, and they're totally doing the job, so I'm stoked because I really like them. Okay, so if you chose number 2, let's have a look and see what you got. Okay, so here is your card, and we have woohoo, Wheel of Fortune. So this is the card of Jupiter. This is good karma coming into your life. This means that there is going to be abundance and success and good favor for the directions that you are taking. Happiness and love are all around you now, and I think that there's an improvement in your relationship or in your relationships that you are seeking. If you really want someone who you love with the depths of your heart, it's a really good time to make a wish right now. So feel free to make a wish. And whether you chose number 2 or not, there you go. Jupiter says, it is granted. Okay, here is the next message. Let's take a look and see. We have Pele's summons. So I think this relationship has great power. There's like a soliciting aspect to it. There's like coming for towards something or someone who has a high vibration, someone who has a very powerful impact on your life. So this could be a relationship to do with people who have a variance of power. Like one person is super empowered, the other person is not. One person could be an authority figure while the other could be a subordinate. And so this can be looking like this. This can also have to do with internal values or internal traits. Like one person is very emotionally mature, the other person is seeking that other person for emotional learning and growth, and that's okay. So there's this level of soliciting attention or asking for attention, not only attention, but presence, and to bring that energy in. The next message is from the Universal Love Oracle, and we have Eternal Flame. I love the word Eternal Flame. To me, it just seems like this relationship is set, that nothing can shake it. Even though you may go through your ups and downs, the long-term impact of this is eternal. It's beyond time, it's beyond dimension, it's beyond life, right? So whatever is going on, the resonance of this is so pure and true that it's just very natural, comes very natural and very easy. The next message is, so downtime. I feel, okay, so I didn't say this because this built it up really big, right? Like this felt like, oh wow, here we go, 100 miles an hour. But I think that you are coming into a bit of a downtime, and I think this is nice that this card came through because it's reassuring you that there is this coming back together, there is this reigniting of the relationship, there is progress to be made in a good direction, and every relationship has its ups and downs, and so a little bit of downtime, a little opportunity to rest, do your own thing, build yourself as a person, is healthful. Here is the next message. We have the honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of a holiday time together. So this is very much still a new relationship in some sense, regardless or not if you have been with this person for a long time or not. I feel like you're still in the honeymoon period and you love each other very much. There's this great desire here in this spread. There's a great desire between both people. One person really enjoys the sense of authority and power that the relationship imbues them with. The other person, it feels loved, and there's all positive energy. So maybe after some downtime, that is when the honeymoon will pick up, and so the reconnection will flourish. So if you're in a downtime, I sense that maybe you're in a downtime right now in this situation. Allow the downtime to really happen. Don't worry about what the outcome will be. I think that all these cards are saying that everything's going to be fine. When you guys reconnect, it will really flourish in a positive direction and be really bright and light. Okay, so let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the 10 of Hearts. Look at you go. Number 2's lit. We have, this is the culmination. So the 10 of Cups is the family card. It's the relationship card. And then we have the Ace of Angels, which is the Ace of Swords, right? Wisdom, some kind of communication that happens between people. And here we go. And we have the Path, which is the Chariot, exploration. I feel as though one person or both people are learning about themselves. I feel as though they're growing into something. So you have to allow, like if you're making wine, you have to allow it to sit and ferment. Or if you're making kombucha, you have to allow it to sit and to grow into itself, to become of itself. So just the fact that there is a little bit of downtime for whatever situation has happened, it doesn't mean that the relationship is not working, that the relationship is bad. I feel like it actually is working really well, and soon you should hear some kind of communication, and that will start a process, a trickle process. 1, 2, 3, 4, just little trickle process towards reintegration. So it's like, you know, you'll get a text message and then a couple days later you'll receive a phone call, or some days after that you'll meet for coffee. So there's this reintegration, but I feel like once that trickle process, it'll be really cute. It'll be like here and there a little bit, and then boom, full on. So I think that you're just about to begin like a full integration of your relationship, and I think you're coming to terms with that, with the fact how important this relationship is in your life and how much it has to do with success. It's like people sometimes have a hard time believing that the good is here, right? And so in which case it's important that you have to sit with yourself, have some downtime, be like, holy crap, it's here, like, oh my gosh, you know. And so when people are wondering, they're maybe feeling overwhelmed, this can also feel like both people approaching this relationship like, what am I getting myself into? This feels more real than anything else. I'm like mind blown, you know, like humbling process, whatever. So there could be like a scathing part in all of this. There could be this kind of like apprehension. So if you've gone through the bumps, then ultimately I think that the downtime is not something you should be worried about. I think, and actually you could do some damage to the relationship by trying to push it through faster than it's ready. So it's like eating a green strawberry. It's not ready, right? Like you want to wait till it's red. You want to wait till it's fully ripened. And when it does, then it's going to become very easy. This is the Chariot card in other tarot decks. And I feel like, to me, that always is a process of spiritual integration. And so the honeymoon period is coming, and it's going to be beautiful, and it's going to be blissful. I love that word, bliss. This is full of nice words. You guys are so lucky. Okay, so let's pick 2 angel cards. Let's see what this communication is. So yeah, so power. This can also feel like if you are dealing in a relationship that is like one person has a lot of power, the other person likes to be more subordinate. And I don't mean like crazy kinky sex stuff. I mean just like a dynamic that's more stratified. That can make both people really afraid, right? Like, what are we getting into? This is different than what I've experienced in the past. And the person who holds the more the power, maybe one person loves the other person a lot more, and so, but yet both people love each other, so it's this weird dynamic. And so both people could be really afraid, like, what am I getting into? Can I be responsible to this? Because if you really love someone and you are the person with the power, then in a certain respect, you will feel responsible towards that person and feel like, whoa, man, like this might be hurtful to that other person, so I need to chill. So if that, it could be this kind of like feeling overwhelmed with responsibility. And then the other person is transformation. So I think that dynamic is going to change. So this is getting deeper now, which is cool. We'll talk about it on Vimeo, but I feel like that dynamic is about to change. So if you're the person who has the ultimate crush on someone else and they're just kind of like, oh, like I feel it, but whatever, so many other girls, so many other men. If you're dealing in that type of situation, then I think that there's going to be transformation. The person who is like very much their heart on their sleeve, like you're the one for me 100%, I'll do anything to be with you, that will integrate. So it's not going to be like a pathetic relationship where one person follows around the other person like a puppy. I think it's going to be very much, it's going to be cool. The dynamic's going to be good, and we'll look at it more on Vimeo. Okay, how about that? Because we can't get into that. But the person who is like the subordinate energy, I don't know how to call it. And this is, I'm not taught, for some of you it's going to be BDSM. For other people it's not going to be. So for most people it's just going to be like normal stuff. And if you're already within a relationship, that dynamic is already happening to you and your partner. So hey girl, hey, this is like super lovey-dovey kind of stuff. It's good. It's good. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. We'll look at it more on Vimeo. Hey girl, hey. Okay, it'll take me about an hour to do this. Please leave a comment and a like. Say anything. It's good karma. And so yeah, I want to hear from you. Okay, so third, last but not least, let's see what's going on in your love life. Hey girl, hey. Messages from Spirit. I feel like Spirit's warming the energy around me. I mean, it's still summer, and so it's still warm. These are timeless, by the way. They go for any time. But anyway, it's like warm and nice. You can sense the positive energy. Okay, so now we're taking a look at number 3. Ready? Okay, so high 3s, thank you. If you want to do time caps, do it. But number 3, let's see your card. So you have the 2 of Wands. This is one of my favorite cards. It's called Dominion. And so this card has to do with seeing something new and having your eyes opened. Kind of like in number 1, but this is different. This is like learning and growing deeper. This is Mars and Aries, by the way. So I feel like this is like having your eyes open, seeing something from a new perspective, appreciating something on a deeper level. I move these around to get out of the glare. Appreciating something on a deeper level, which means that your love for this person or this situation has grown. Yep. Here is the next message we have together. It's beautiful. So I think the process of integration is definitely happening here as well. I feel like this has to do with awareness again and learning, and I think I'm not picking up the partner yet, but I am picking up on what your process is. Your process is deeply tied to learning about this situation, to appreciating what it has to offer. There's like an understanding between people that is evolving. The next message is the Guardian. So there's a responsibility that one person feels a deep responsibility towards the other. And I'm guessing both people in some way feel a responsibility. By the way, if you don't have someone in your life, this is about the person who's coming in. You can probably already feel it. Each one of these felt very present. It didn't feel like it was off in the time scale at all. But time scale and timelines are very hard to gauge with metaphysical readings. I mean, you can tell like closer and further away, but especially in a general reading, I would not worry about it at all. I would just allow this to just be as it is. And I think it's very present. I think it's very much here. So I think that there's a protection here that you can kind of open up your wings and fly and see the possibilities. For me, this would look, if I made a tarot card for the 2 of Rods, not making a deck, just this card, I would like have an eagle, right, flying over a valley. So this is kind of the image that I would see if I was making a card for that. The next message is get grounded. So I feel like Yeah, I think that if you are being protected by somebody else, energetically or otherwise, it's important for you to really get grounded and take on responsibility for your own self protection as well. That doesn't diminish the fact that you and this other person are together. Maybe in the recent past they have protected you in some way, and you felt or you learned to understand that you are together more than you had thought. And so I think that with that comes your own responsibility to get grounded. Now that guardianship is reciprocal. It doesn't only extend towards you. You're also the guardian for someone else. That same person. It's not like a big party of guardians, right? Well, it is, but in this case, you have a reciprocal relationship with someone regarding protection, and like this almost feels like a team. Like this is like working together, a team towards a goal. It's like I've got your back, I got yours. So as you come to realize the significance of this relationship, about the team spirit that you share with someone else, I feel like it's your responsibility to become grounded, and rather than do a trust fall, lose your balance, and allow chaos to kind of run rampant, really in some way integrate and ground and get into the earth and get connected so that you can reciprocate. So if something else comes up, then you're ready. It really feels like a team. It really feels like it's a relationship, but it feels like a team situation where it's like you and them against the world, and that's what's coming together. I feel like for some of you, this is really just spiritual at this time, but spirit is powerful, right? So if you're in trouble and you need that person there, they're just boom right there energetically, and that's a huge thing. But for some of you, this manifests and crystallizes as that person already. So that is also coming through. But if it's metaphysical, it is to do with a specific human being. It's no, mist or something that like you can't, it's no mystical thing that, that ends up being yourself. Like, yeah, I get the resonance of that. But just to reassure you, this is an actual human being. It's just how close you are to them at this point is not necessarily known. It's going to be individual, because you're everyone who chose 3 is on this kind of journey, right? It's a general observation, general-ish, because I know it's kind of hitting home. So you have flirtation, extend your lighthearted energy to others. I think that what this means is that it's going to become kind of a fun experience of, it's kind of, like I said, trust fall. That's kind of the same thing. You don't have to do a trust fall and lose balance in your life, but I feel like maybe as you realize with this person what the significance is together, as you start interlocking and really forming a unit that is goal oriented, I think that there will be games that you both play with each other, because it'll be kind of reassuring and fun. These games are going to be nice. They're not going to be like scare you or something horrible. It's going to be like I need you here, where are you? And then like energetically they're right there, or you'll just suddenly figure out that you need to be somewhere, and then you go there and that person's there, and they're kind of like laughing to themselves that that energy is there. So it's like you're playing with the energy, not with each other. There's no manipulation here. It's just like 2 kids realizing that they can do something together, right? And then they're kind of practicing. It's fun, okay? Which is good, because it's like the stomping ground, right? It's you learning how all of this works, the integration, your specific resonance. This is the card of resonance, right? Like, what is the resonance? Mars in Aries is very, very fast as a card. It's like boom, ready to go, here we go, right? Like, let's get it done. So this is like Mars in Aries has a really strong capability to understand a circumstance immediately, because it's so intuitive. It already knows what is happening, as it's happened. And so it's just boom, done, integrate, you know, ground, whatever. And so it's good. Here are your cards, and your 3 tarot cards are Page of Hearts, New Relationship, and Innocence. Yeah, so like I said, children kind of playing to learn what they are to one another. I don't know how to put this here, maybe. So Page of Hearts, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but maybe more so the beginning of a relationship, a very like, yeah, like this relationship, it definitely has a lot of feelings in it, but this is a lot about like team spirit and like dharma, like what you're supposed to do in your life. Here is the next message. We have the Queen of Stars. That's the Queen of Wands, so she's the illuminator. And so I feel as though she brings light to circumstances, and I feel as though in some way she could be the person who you are involved in, either masculine or feminine. But did I say Wands? Yeah, she's the Wands Queen. So she could be a Sag, Leo, or Aries. But I feel as though in some way she is also the person who brings forward that energy. She is the catalyst, right? And so here we go, last message. And we have the 4 of Angels. So this is going to be a down period, and you need the rest in order to appreciate and understand what's going on. So all this play and back and forth, it's not going to be necessarily very like conversations that are super direct about issues. They're going to be in some way like they're not going to be conversations, how do you say, about serious issues, about like how it's going to be more expressed through fun and play, as I said. So let's take a look at your cards. There is openness and humor. So like I said, it feels funny to me, and it feels funny, and it feels like joyful. And I think that it's like easier because suddenly that person that you needed on your team is there, and that's being integrated. And maybe this is the connection, right? So Page of Hearts is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or Sag, Leo, or Aries energy, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But these are also the energies that you are conveying in this situation. We'll look more on Vimeo to find out more, but it feels like there is one person is really gaining a spiritual enlightenment through the whole process, whereas the other person is learning new emotions in all of this as well. So there's mutual benefit. In the immediate present, maybe there'll be a little bit of downtime, but this is much needed. Things improve with downtime, so we all need to take naps, right? Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna scoot over to Vimeo and do your 3 options, and I hope that you get those videos. Again, if you get those videos, it's a package of 10. You can get them individually, but if you get the package, the price is really reduced. So the package of 10, it's cool. I don't think people understand. When I add more videos later, then you'll still get that once you've purchased the package, so you won't need to buy anything else. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a nice day, and I will talk with you soon. Take care. Bye.